guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we're going to be talking all about Aldi's and how much you can save and the different tips. And I just wanted to give you guys this video because I love shopping at Aldi's. I know some of you do as well. So if you're interested in this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have not done so yet, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Go ahead and do it. It's free. And thank you so much for all of you who have subscribed. So let's jump right into this video. So if you guys are not familiar with Aldi's, where have you been? What have you been doing with your life? Aldi's is a grocery store. Now, it's not like your typical grocery store. It's a lot cheaper than your other like name brand or depending on your area type grocery stores. Now, my family and I, we love Aldi's because we typically can go to Aldi's and get everything we need for our family of 3. We typically go to the grocery store once a week just because that's how we plan our meals. We don't like to be wasteful, so we just like to go once a week, and that's how we plan our meals. I've heard people who have family of 5, people of 6, 7, 8, they still go to Aldi's because you can get cheaper items and more for a lower price. So I just want to come on and show you guys, talk to you guys about some tips and different things about Aldi's. So if you guys see me looking at my phone, I tried to put everything in here so I can remember what I'm talking about. So the first thing is a quarter. Yes, you're going to need that little 25 cents to get a basket before you walk into Aldi's. Now, Aldi's is not like your typical grocery store where you can just go and get a basket. No, you have to use a quarter, and there's a little slot on top of the grocery basket where you insert your quarter. Now, once you are done grocery shopping, you can get your quarter back. But you guys, here is a tip that I tell everyone. If you happen to walk up to a cart and there's a quarter in the cart, because some people are nice and they'll leave a quarter in there. When you leave the Aldi's and you're done grocery shopping, when you return that basket, keep that quarter in there because it wasn't your quarter. Pay it forward. So the next thing I want to talk about is bags. Now, Aldi's is another reason why it's not like your typical grocery store. You have to bring either your own bags or they have boxes there that you can put your food into, but they just don't have bags that you can just get like a regular grocery store. Now, they do have bags for sale. Their paper bags are 7 cents and their plastic bags, which are a little bit bigger, are 10 cents. And they also have like plastic bigger freezer bags, and I believe those about $1.90 or 99 or something like that. So if you go, typically if you get 7 bags, if you get the plastic ones, that's 70 cents. And then you can reuse those each time that you do go to Aldi's. The next tip is to go down every aisle. Go down every aisle. Even if you're going in there just like, I know what I need, that's and that, but I will always tell people to go down every aisle because Aldi's, depending on your location, I've been to plenty in my area, and different aisles have different things. Also, seasonal items are starting to come into play, so there may be different seasonal items that may interest you as well. The next tip along the seasonal item is seasonal foods. Now, Aldi's have a certain section where there's nothing but seasonal foods. Seasonal foods. So, with that being said, since it's this time of year, toward the end of the year, when a lot of families are getting together, a lot of people are cooking for various reasons, this is the time where you can go and get different things that you normally wouldn't see during that time of year. And it's really cool items. I mean, it's certain like type of popcorns, certain type of candy, certain type of things. So make sure that you do go down the seasonal aisle because they have certain foods that normally wouldn't be, you know, in the grocery store around that time. For instance, when fall came, they had more pumpkin spice things or pumpkin related things or apple spice or apple pies. So depending on the season of the year, they have certain things for that season. The next thing is seasonal decor also. Like around this time of year, when it was fall, you could get pumpkins, you can get leaves of, there was this pretty outdoor mat that had leaves on it for the fall, for autumn and different things like that. So they do have different items like that. So the next one is meats. I know a lot of people are kind of funny about going to Aldi's for meats, and to be honest with y'all, I was like that too. But once I started going, they are starting to have more organic meat. I love their organic chicken breast. They have great ground turkey. I even gotten their ground beef there. We've even gotten a whole chicken there and roasted it, and it was great. I mean, they have thin chicken breast, they have thicker chicken breast, they have organic, they have great pork chops. They have this great Mediterranean salmon, y'all, and they typically have that all year round. And what's good about it is it's already seasoned, and it's seasoned to your liking. And they also have large salmon that isn't seasoned, and it's for a great price as well. If you guys have not done so yet, I do have an Aldi shop with me. Go over after this video and look at some of the items that they do have. So try to start looking at their meats. I mean, I know if you're kind of skeptical about buying meat at Aldi's, but they're organic. If you want to start off with their organic meats, y'all, they are really good. So the next one is wines. If you all are wine drinkers, typically I'm not. Every now and then I might have a glass of wine, but that's not my drink of choice. But if you are a wine drinker, I believe they have the Winking Owl wine for $1.95 for the big glass of wine for $1.95. They have Merlot, I think that's how you pronounce it, Chardonnay. They have Moscato. They have a dessert wine section. I mean, they have plenty of different wines that you guys can, you know, try. We like to get wine sometimes when we're making our pastas or different dishes to cook with wine. So they have a different variety of wines, and they typically have wines all year round. I have noticed though, with the seasons changing, they have certain wines for certain seasons as well. The next thing is school lunch foods. If you parents out there who have any children that go to school and they take their lunch, Aldi's is the place to be. You can get a lot of lunch food for cheap. You can be creative with your meals. I have a small little lunch video on my YouTube channel if you guys want to check that out, about school lunches, and it is really, really good. So you can do any type of chips or sandwiches. I mean, you can go all out with school lunches at Aldi's for a reasonable price. So the next one is canned goods. I do not purchase my canned goods anywhere else but Aldi's. And when I say that, because you can get canned goods for 49 cents. You can get canned goods for 39 cents. I even got a canned good there one time. I was like, what? It was 10 cents. They had so many of them, and I mean, you can get cheap canned goods at Aldi's. I mean, why go anywhere else for canned goods when you can just buy them at Aldi's? The next one is, like I mentioned, organic foods. I'll kind of mention again. They have a lot of different organic foods, not just the meats. They have a lot of different organic like snacks and different things. They starting to have more gluten-free items as well. So if anybody who has some type of allergy to gluten or any type of other things, they do have certain items for you at Aldi's. And so here is some more tricks or tips. Here's some more tips that I recommend you guys. So the best day to shop at Aldi's is a Wednesday morning. I always say Wednesday morning because, like other grocery store, Wednesdays is when the ads start. It's when the sales start for the week. And I always go in the morning, you guys. Aldi's is typically packed after work time and on the weekends because a lot of people are starting to go. And you can get a lot of good items there. And also there's an aisle where there's nothing but like home goods and home things. Right now in that section, they have a lot of kitchen gadgets, and they also have a lot of emergency items right now as far as in your car, depending on where you live. I know where I live, it's getting cold out here. So they have a lot of things and emergency kit things for your car and different items like that. So shop Aldi's on Wednesday if you can. I feel like you can see what they're putting out new, and you can be the first one to look at some of the items. Now the next one is to check their ads. They do have an ad. So they have an ad when you walk in. That is the ad for the week that you're walking into. That's for that week. And then when you come out, there's an ad stand for the next previous week that will start on Wednesday. So just always look at those ads. I do. You'd be surprised what they have. Their ad is really nice. And it's not a whole bunch of papers. If you're someone like me, I don't like flipping through ads and it's like 700 pages. I don't have time for that because I don't need all of that stuff in there. They have, I think it's a front sheet, a sheet. So I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4 pages of what they have, and that's it. So if you guys are like me and don't like flipping through a whole bunch of ads, you'll love their ad paper. The next thing is you can only shop at Aldi's depending on your weekly meals and recipes. And what I mean by this is there have been weeks where my family of 3 have gotten all our food at Aldi's for the week. We did not need to go to another grocery store to compensate for what was not at Aldi's. Now, there are some weeks where we do need to go to a different grocery store because I'm going to be honest with you guys, Aldi's doesn't have everything that your typical local big grocery store chains will have, but they do have a lot of things that typically you can get by through the week. Now, if you want to make certain specialty recipes or different things like that, you might go to your regular local grocery store. But just keep that in mind when you are doing your weekly meal planning. You typically know what you need, where you can find it at. But I always would check Aldi's because they may have it, and that will save you a trip from going to the next grocery store. So at Aldi's, it is very good to make a list, and that's every grocery store because you don't know. Aldi's, like I said, you're not going to be able to find everything, so it's just dependent on your list. So it's just good to make a list. The next things is try things that you normally would not. I can't stress enough how many things that I normally would not eat, but they were at Aldi's, and I felt like, well, it's cheap. If I don't like it, it's fine. It's not a big deal, and I end up liking it. Like I said, they have a lot of specialty foods right now, and it's stuff that you wouldn't think to try. I mean, they have right now, if you are entertaining guests or anything, they have where you can make a meat and cheese platter. My husband has made one for when me and my friends had girls' night at my house, and we got specialty cheeses that I normally wouldn't buy because other places they are extremely expensive, but at Aldi's they're not. So why not try it and have a great time with your friends? So just try things that you normally wouldn't try at Aldi's. Now, another thing that I want to tell you guys about at Aldi's is their chips. Their chips are the bomb, y'all. Now, they don't have like a whole bunch of Doritos. They're not named Doritos or Funyuns and all that type of stuff. But their chips are really, really good. They have good quality chips. My favorite brand of chips there is barbecue chips. So their chips are really good, y'all. My family loves their chips. They have pretzels and different things, and they are really reasonable. They also do have tostados, like the scoops. And then they have these chips called, they're not tostado brand, but they're like the rounds, tortilla rounds. And their name brand of chips is Clancy brand. Hands down, a good chip brand. So, I mean, if you guys are chip lovers, you can get your chips cheap at Aldi's, boo. So, the next thing that I want to talk about are, they do have name brand dish detergent. Like, they have Dawn. They do have a dish detergent named Radiance. I love that stuff. It's cheaper than Dawn, but we all love a good Dawn dish detergent. So, they do have Dawn dish detergent. They also have Cascade, what's the thing called you put in your dishwasher. They have those as well. So like I mentioned earlier, they have organic milk, they have organic eggs, they have brown eggs, they have free range eggs, I believe that's what it is. So they do have organic and a lot of healthy things as well. And they also do have a good cereal selection. If any parents or kids like cereal, I know grown-ups eat cereal too. They do have name brand cereal as well if you are a cereal person. And they also have great coffee. My favorite coffee is hazelnut. They have a good hazelnut coffee. They have a good Columbia coffee. They have a breakfast blend coffee. They have the coffee creamers. They even have K-Cups. They have K-Cups for hot chocolate. So you guys, Aldi's has a lot of things. So I just wanted to come on and just make this video telling you what Aldi's have and how you can save a little bit money for your family, whereas it's in the grocery store or your grocery bill budget. Why not try to go to Aldi's first and see what you can get? If you do need to go to another grocery store, that's fine, but make sure you check out Aldi's. Let me know down in the comment section below if any of you shop at Aldi's or are interested in going. Let me know, and thank you guys And thank you guys so much for taking the time out and letting me talk. So you guys, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.